matters is what's at the end, and that's what you came up with. Okay. One thing, by the way, about indols are these, and Jasmine like is a problem for me because it's hugely indolic. Indols are molecules that are created, among other things. First of all, they smell like a French trucker taking off his underwear in the summertime, which I sort of like. I have a couple French truckers. They're very nice people. And, but the problem is that these are molecules also, I don't know if you know this, they're molecules that are actually created by dead bodies, corpses, when they're decaying. And they smell of death. So one of the wonderful things about and Jasmine has.
But there's even a better molecule, we can put that. There's a molecule which is called cadaverine. We didn't go there.
Okay, so then the next thing, why Nijinsky?
Well, this was the idea of Etienne and the marketing people. I had nothing to do with it, except for they ran it. They sent me the idea, and I loved it. I was very focused on the colleague, but when they sent me the idea of Nijinsky in the afternoon of the font, it obviously resonated because it was a step. It was one thing in between the original concept of the Galley and the sort of idea that Nijinsky was basically the first queer performer. Nijinsky caused a huge scandal in Paris. Nijinsky was
people rioting.
Yes. Why? Because Nijinsky was this gender ambiguous faun who was challenging people's notions of art, and
he took the standard forms of ballet and he completely subverted them into
this queer ideal.
Right.
And so once that notion was presented to me, it made perfect sense because I wanted initially to call the fragrance Golly, but a lot of people thought I was talking about Holly Go Lucky, who I love, but that wasn't what I was trying to evoke.
Right.
And so when the afternoon of the fawn, although it's many words, it was presented to me, I thought, well, that's a beautiful idea, and I had no problem with it whatsoever. And I've always been really interested in the imagery that Bakst made and the Ballet Russe production. And when I was very young, and when I first moved to San Francisco, they had an exhibition at the Palace of Fine Arts out there of the Ballet Russe and of Bakst and of Nijinsky. And I had, I wrote a lot about it in my journals and had postcards. So I didn't, even though it wasn't my idea, I wasn't put off by it. And I thought, well, if this is going to make it,
it was merging with the
yes.
And it was 100 years ago because Nijinsky danced on stage that was at Théâtre du Châtelet in 1912. So we thought that it was a beautiful value because 100 years after, and in a way, he did a crazy scandal in 1912. He masturbated himself on the nymph, on the scalp of the nymph. So you can imagine that 100 years ago it was a little bit, it was a kind of Mick Jagger before his time. And on top of that, when you invited me, we were doing a performance at the Petit Sentier des Halles in Paris, and I said to myself, Justine is a beautiful poet, and I said we have to respond with a beautiful poetry. And then I thought about Stéphane Mallarmé. Stéphane, that he was a prince of the poet at the end of the 19th century, and he did that beautiful poem, L'après-midi d'un faune, the afternoon of a faune. And I said to myself, there is a link in between the poetry of Justine, then being also transgender, this notion of gender confusion. That's also the theme at the David d'Orange. We do not say on packaging if it's for female, male. Most of the time at the boutique when they ask, is it for female or women? It's pure gender confusion. And that's very much the spirit of David d'Orange. And then the idea of a faun, and the idea of a Greek goddess. And I said to myself, it's responding poetry to poetry. And then it was valuable, and you said, I love it. I love the afternoon of the faun, and then we thought that it could be a really nice wedding.
Now, had anybody, this clip, we have a clip. Go to the clip. Wait, have you seen this footage of, because I'd never seen it before.
No, not until last week.
Yeah, it was extraordinary, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the